Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga etc. and I'm here today to bring you the review for Naruto 700 plus 5, and I'm going to talk about the less important stuff first before I move on to the meat, to the juicy stuff of the chapter. So the first thing I'm going to say is that how we know that Sakura is now on her way to where everybody is, and to that I'm just thinking, why are you even bothering? Like, why do you feel the need to come now? Why can't you just stay home? You're not needed. You're not needed right now. The next thing I want to talk about is the whole Chocho thing. Like, for the past few chapters, we've had this gag, if you will, with how Chocho just thinks. First, it was Naruto thinking that he was her dad, and now it's the same thing with Sasuke. And I'm just thinking to myself, don't make this become a permanent thing, because it's gonna make Chocho a character that people don't like. Especially for me, like, if it continues any further, I think like this should be the last time, because if it continues any further, it's just gonna make me hate Chocho, and I want to stay a Chocho fanboy, because other than this whole dad gag thing, I find her really funny. I find her gags with the food funny. Like in this chapter, we got the one where she was like to Sasuke, if you give Sarada this Chris, you'll totally win her over. Like, I love her character. I think she's really funny, and I don't want to start to get irritated by her. So for that, I think this needs to stop. Next thing I'm going to talk about is the whole Sarada versus, Sarada meeting Sasuke bit where they talk. And you knew we wasn't getting the answer this chapter. Kishi's gonna dick tease this to the very end. So we know that Sarada wanted to get the answers that she was seeking, but Sasuke basically just tells her, I'm not telling you, like, come on. And she goes and has a little sulk, and then we did get Naruto, he goes to comfort her basically. And that's all of the less important things. So now I'm gonna move on to the meaty stuff, to the juicy stuff, if you will. Excuse me. The first thing that I'm gonna talk about in the meaty stuff is that we finally learn where Sasuke has been all this time, and he has been looking for this ninja basically, because he's convinced that there's someone out there who's stronger than Kaguya, because we know that Kaguya was the strongest enemy within the war, but we also know that how it was White Zetsu who was doing all the planning, or everything on the planning side of things basically. So he thinks that there's a person that gave birth to the White Zetsu, and that this person is stronger than Kaguya. And we learned all of this through flashbacks. So I should have mentioned that before. So, and this at the 5 Kage summit, so all the 5 Kages are present, and Sakura, for some reason, I don't know why she's suddenly become important, but it's probably because it's Naruto. But yeah, they learned all of this through the 5 Kage summit. We see this through flashback. And it's decided that how Sasuke, because Naruto wanted to go with Sasuke, but Sasuke says, no, you need to stay here and look after the village while I do this. And he also mentions that how the Rinnegan is important to help to track down this person, so Naruto would have been no help anyway. They decided that Sasuke would do this, and in the meantime, like, they tell nobody else within like their villages. So only the people that are present, the 5 Kages and Sakura, Sasuke, know about this whole situation, and nobody else knows about it. They thought that not telling them about it is the best option for right now anyway. The last thing I'm going to talk about is this whole Shin and his boss, whoever that is. I think is it his dad? I need to go back and read a couple chapters back. I'm sure it was mentioned that it was his dad. But anyway, we find out how the boss, his main objective, well, not his, I shouldn't say his main objective, but we find out that he wants to revive the Akatsuki. Now I'm thinking to myself, why do you need to revive the Akatsuki? Why can't it not be a group by a different name? Why does it have to be the Akatsuki? So that got me thinking about what got on. We also got to see this boss now because he whips off his cloak thing, and we see that he's on some Danzo flex basically, where he has multiple Sharingans in his arm. He's also gone one step further, and I think I remember seeing he's got his, because he's bald and he's got more eyes in the top of his head and all sorts. We also get from this bit that we found that Shin is like, there's 7 Shins. Shin is on a pain flex, if you will, where he's got multiple bodies. So when I saw that, I was like, oh, for me, it kind of diminished his character because like there's 7 of him. Like I thought he was just legitimately a one person. Maybe he still is. Maybe that's a jitsu of some sort. I don't know, but it did make me think. So there's something more to him than what I thought there was. The chapter ends off and it's them two, Shin and the boss. They attack. They are able to get to where Naruto and Sasuke is because that creature thing with the Sharingan, it's been following them, and so they use the Obitu's Jutsu to teleport to them, and the chapter ends off with Naruto and Sasuke ready to fight. So I reckon next chapter we're gonna have Naruto escape with Choji and Sarada, while Sasuke deals with the matter at hand. I might be wrong, but hey, I'm not perfect. Moving on to rating, I'm going to give this chapter a 3.5 star because we learned some few things. It brought with why Sasuke was gone for so long, and it also brought up some questions with like this new villain. Why does he want to be? Why does he want to be? Why does he want to revive the Akatsuki? And why has he got all the how and why he got all these Sharingans? Like, is the experiment, like what is going on with him basically? So for all these reasons, like I said, I'm going to give it a 3.5 star rating. But like always guys, I'm interested in your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, subscribe to my YouTube channel, but most importantly, take care, have a nice day.